It was the fall of 2023, and I had just sporadically decided that I needed to move away from home. And this would effectively change the trajectory of my life. I don't really know how to start off this video. This is going to be the last time, at least for a little while, that I'll be sitting here and recording from this room, because as of today, October 16th, I'm gonna be moving. So now it's about a year later and I'm back at home where I have lived for basically my entire life, besides the 6 months that I had moved away. And now the biggest reason for me moving away was because I felt stuck. I feel like a lot of people go through this stage where they don't really know what they want to do with their life. Everything just kind of seems like a dead end. Essentially, I was too comfortable. Everything I had known was here in my hometown, family, all my friends. I was going through the same steps and not progressing in my life whatsoever. I wasn't really feeling my happiest, which is what made me decide that I needed to move. This is everything I own as of today. Building up to this moment, everything in my gut was telling me that it wasn't the right thing to do, but everything in my head knew that this was gonna be the right move. And if I wanted to develop as an individual, I would need to move away from everything that I essentially felt was holding me back and holding me down. The timing of everything was very hectic. My sister had just gotten married and I had only decided that I was going to move about 2 months prior. It didn't really feel like it was going to happen until the day that I actually left. So I've driven 2.5 hours already. I'm currently in Tri-Cities at a Costco. I just got food. Honestly, it's starting to sink in that I'm actually doing this, not having a time frame to come back home, which is very different from any of my other trips. Like, it just didn't feel real, and it didn't feel like, oh yeah, I'm picking up and I'm leaving everything. But now it's kind of hit me and it's sunk in. We're doing this now. So, okay. Anyways, back on the road. I want to do another like 4 or 5 hours driving and then we'll probably find somewhere to camp. Yeah. Now, moving is no small feat. It took a culmination of a lot of things to get me to that point. And honestly, looking back at it now, it was probably the best thing for me to do at that time. And to anyone who is considering moving away from home, I highly suggest that you just take that leap of faith and you move away from everything that is comfortable to you, just so that you can become a better version of yourself and you can see what are the things that really matter the most to you. It's still a little bit early, but I'm gonna turn in. Today it's been a long day. It's felt like the longest day ever, just driving, being on the road by myself. Early night's rest, probably get an early start to the day tomorrow. Final like 6-hour trip that I still have into Sacramento. I'm hoping around noon. I'm currently in the passenger seat. I just have it fully reclined back. I did put up the shades that block every single window. They'll know I'm sleeping in here, but they can't see me sleeping in here, you know what I mean? It looks kind of weird and sketch, but pretty good for the night. All right, I will see you guys bright and early in the morning. Good morning, y'all. As you can see, currently in the back seat. The front seat wasn't as comfortable as expected, and it's cold as hell. It's 6:15 right now, and we really should get going. Let's get out of here. It is so cold. Time to go rush. It's still dark as hell outside. can't see out this window, that's just fog. I feel like I'm the only car on this entire road. The scenery is super dope, and the fog just adds another layer of intensity to it. I had sold my moped to be able to afford a car that I could drive down to California. Guys, we made it to frickin' California. Isn't that wild? I didn't have any plans. I didn't know where I was gonna be staying, aside from the fact that I was gonna be stopping in Sacramento where I have some family, but I didn't know the duration of anything. There was no real goal and no real purpose of me moving. It was just that I knew that I had to get out of my hometown because I didn't want to feel stuck anymore. Got a quick little stop here to take a look at Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta. And so for the most part, the drive down to Sacramento was uneventful. But upon arriving right outside of my cousin's house, as I was sitting there at a red light, someone rear-ended my car. I have arrived to my aunt's house, and literally one stop sign from her house, some old man rear ends me. Luckily, it doesn't look like anything happened to my car, but bro, so unlucky. Can you see this? You can see the indentation where his license left like letters. Like, bro, I've gone the entire day, nothing happened, and then I get here, literally one red light away, and I get rear-ended. Ay vey. Alright, but anyways, I'm here. We arrived to California. There's a palm tree. And now, fortunately, it wasn't anything drastic. I don't know if that's just a warm welcome to the state of California, or a warning that I should have just turned back right then and there, or the universe trying to warn me that this would not be an easy road.
The next day.
What in the homeless tarnation? This is 5-star living right here.
Yeah, this is everything I possess in the world as of right now.
This is how low he has stooped, y'all.
Kitchen setup.
Wait, this is the kitchen setup?
No, that's my penny board, you dude. This is.
If I actually packed all this in those.
See, I got hats here, pants, and then there's
Damn,
shirts,
son.
muscle milk, essential
Protein. Remember, you gotta
for the
get
gains.
protein intake, y'all. That's hella funny.
This thing goes deep. You see it?
Shit.
Sleeping
It
bag
does
back
go
there.
deep.
It goes deep, bro.
Books? You know, when he gets lonely and wants to read, look sophisticated.
Exactly.
He's living the life, y'all.
They didn't believe me. I actually live in my car.
The only rent he has to pay is gas.
So that concludes the tour of my living situation. All right, we're off to do a hike. Classic hiking fit, just classic. Crocs, socks, shorts, shirt. Going hiking. We going up there. And for the next 6 months, my life would be a non-stop movie. It was adventure after adventure, meeting new people who would eventually become some of my closest friends, and kind of get a grasp on how I really wanted to live life. But I was so lucky to be introduced to these people. Over the course of the next couple of months, they would become a staple in my life, and we would hang out so many more times. They would make me feel at home even though I was moving away. And just like that, that was the beginning of a new life and a new journey for me. And I wouldn't have ever experienced it if I didn't take that leap of faith and I moved away from everything that I was comfortable with. But I'm so glad that I did. And I can't recommend it enough that if you have the gut feeling that you need to move away from home, even if it's just for a little bit, I suggest that you do it, because everything that you will experience will be so beautiful and so different. It could end up changing your life. And so that's the start to the story of how my life changed, because I decided to take a chance on living life, just doing what I thought was right for me. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more. This is going to be a long, beautiful journey.
Look, they said that I couldn't do it, so I went and did it. W's only, you know I've been